Again, I'm about to play 4 games on my road to 2500 elo. My current rating is 2330, and if you haven't seen the previous solving puzzles process, check it out. I'm sure it's gonna be interesting to someone at least. It's a hard exercise that I took, but I think it's highly beneficial. And now let's test how beneficial that was by playing games. Remind you, I'm gonna stick to the same openings, even if they don't work very well for me. I'm just gonna get more experience, analyze games, explain my thought process, and see how it goes. I'm sure it's gonna benefit me long term. So let's get started. I click on start game. And let me just make sure you see everything. Okay, perfect. It looks like that. So I'm gonna stick to Pirc's defense, but I'm gonna choose a different order of the moves because I don't mind playing King's Indian in case he chooses to do the same thing. Okay, so now, honestly, I don't think I have to play Knight f6. I don't think I have to play Knight f6 just for one reason. I'm gonna try and play c5. Maybe that's too bad, but I'm trying to understand the way the openings work. I mean, the Pirc's defense work. So we'll see. Okay, so she wants, or he wants to. Okay. I'm gonna talk less, by the way. I always have the problem of trying to explain my thought process during the game. I'm just gonna take it. Okay. And now I'll play Knight f6. Okay, don't think it's gonna be bad. I'm just gonna block with this knight and castle. I think this bishop is a good one, so I'm gonna take it. Now my dragon bishop has no enemy, and this is a good thing. Where would this bishop go? Okay, maybe I chose the right move order to confuse him, because so far I don't think I have any problems with his pawn f4. He could try to attack me, but his king is not in the right place for that. Okay, I'm gonna go with this. The knight, the pin, guys, if you don't know that, the pin is like the most frequent tactic you can find in a game. So I'm not sure how he's gonna defend it, because my next move can be pawn e5, and that would be killing the knight. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't see what he can do. And I'm glad that even though I'm talking, my opponent is the one who spends more time thinking. Okay, so the bishop goes here. I could take this pawn on b2 as well, I think, but I don't want to. I'm okay just to go like this. And he resigned. Good beginning after solving some puzzles. Let's, instead of clicking on the game review, I don't want to see what my approximate rating was. I want to see what the computer says. Okay, so I'm just doing this, and after f4, I could start c5. But after pawn takes c5, I was thinking I could go queen a5. Was that wrong? Okay, it was. Because after pawn takes, if I go bishop c3, I'm actually the one who hasn't developed everything, like anything at all, and his pawn is right here, and I'm actually the one who's like stuck. He's developing pieces while I'm trying to gain my material back. So that was a bad idea after all, guys, but that worked. So instead, I should have taken like this and then played knight f6. That would make way more sense. And guys, hi to everyone who joined the stream. I'm on my road to 2500s. I solved puzzles before starting to play. If you haven't seen it, check it out. I guarantee it's gonna be fascinating. And I just won my first game, and there are 3 more games to go, guys, just so you know. But maybe I shouldn't have played that after all. Would I want to go to this position? 7 versus 6. I'm down a pawn and it just doesn't look good, to be honest. So I miscalculated. He could have taken my pawn on c5. He could have, but he got scared and it worked. So instead, I should have just played knight f6 first. But okay, honestly, maybe I just wish it could work. So I'm trying to figure out the way to make it work. So what do we have here? Maybe something else. I don't know. Queen a5 is dangerous and I don't like this position that I get. But oh no, not this one. Hold on. This one. I don't like this position, but maybe in Blitz that could work. But overall I should have played knight f6. Okay, so either way he didn't take, and that gave me an upper hand in the game. Knight c6, castle, I took on d4, and the engine says I could have played knight g4, check this out, wanting to attack this, and at the same time opening my bishop to attack the knight to play queen b6, which makes a lot of sense. Okay, but I played a6, and bishop g3 was definitely a mistake because after queen b6 the knight cannot be defended well, and after e5 I just gained the piece. So that was pretty easy in a way. c5 wasn't the strongest move, but it worked. So next time I should maybe not play it, because if he does take, I'm in trouble. But how easy it is to take on f5, guys, let me know. Would you have taken on c5 if someone played it against you? I'm just interested in your solution. Okay, so I'm clicking to start another game. I'm black again, and let's see how it goes this time. Okay, I'm gonna do this, and let's play King's Indian as I promised. I'm gonna stick to the same openings, and I think that's the first King's Indian after the break. So let's see. Let's see who understands the positions better. So this is the King's Indian setup. He plays g3, and let's go for something I used to play a long time ago. Maybe that's something you don't want to do, but okay. Actually, let's go like this. Maybe that's a bad idea, but I want to try out playing with this pawn structure. Okay, would that be bad? Should I play e6 to undouble my pawns? Yeah, let's go. You go here. Let's take this pawn. And now maybe I should have taken this one as well. It just feels right. I'm gonna trust my intuition on this one, just to see how it goes. Okay. Yeah, maybe I just gave him a very strong center, which is not good. Let me... I'm not gonna take this one to help him bring even more pawns in the center. Let me come up with something different. Okay, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna be blocking the center. At least I'll try to. Okay. Okay. Let's go for this. Yeah, I think I did something wrong because I don't like his center, but I'll try to break it. I'll try my best to break it. I'm gonna go here. And now I'm gonna go here, trying to break the center. I don't like the weakness of this pawn though. Oh, okay. Okay. So what does it mean for me? Am I gonna get in trouble? Oh no, guys, I have to be back because, hold on, let me change the screen. I forgot to plug my computer in and now it's gonna die. Please survive. I know I'm wasting time for my game, but otherwise it would have died. Okay, I'm back. So what do we have here? Do I want to take? Actually, I'm gonna go like this. Maybe that's inappropriate and that's not my initial plan, but we'll see. I don't think he can make my queen go away from the center. So I'm just trying to create a counter attack on his weak king. Not entirely weak though, but it does look weak to me. So I'm going to see if I can attack it. Okay. Wait a second. What if I take with a queen instead? But okay, let's not spend too much time. Let's go here. I found a weakness to attack. I'm attacking e4 3 times, he protects it 3 times. If only I can bring one more attacker or distract one defender. Hold on. Okay, let's go. Why is it not moving? I'm gonna go like this. I know I'm gonna get checkmated if the bishop can run away, but I don't think it can. So I'm just gonna hang in there, hoping that I don't get checkmated. Where's he gonna go? Okay. Good news for me, I blocked the checkmate. I think he could have done something there though. That was a mistake. So what if I take and then take? Okay, let's not waste any time. Oh, that was a blunder. How come I didn't? Okay, never mind. Oh no. My checking era is almost over. Oops. Okay. No. No, don't do this to me. I think I even have bigger chances of winning this game, to be honest. Okay. I'm doing something completely wrong. Okay. Okay. Now that's a draw. But that was an insane game, guys. I hope you watched it to the end. I think I had a good chance to win, but then maybe that's an excuse. But I got distracted by my laptop almost dying. But let's see if something could have gone differently. So that was King's Indian Pinketo variation, and he played d5, and that says that's an accuracy. I could have played knight a5, attacking this pawn this way, and then b5. So the idea is if he takes, I take, and if he takes, this pawn is hanging. I think I could take it already. Why does the engine not suggest that? Okay, that becomes equal. I should take this pawn or bishop a6, meaning that if the knight goes away, the king cannot castle and I still have this discard attack because the bishop will be attacking this diagonal. That was fascinating. I'm gonna remember it for the future, but I wanted to try out a new idea I learned, and maybe that was wrong, but I wanted to have the center all to myself. And after this, knight e8, and we have this, and I actually blocked his strong center, which I thought was good. And f5. Okay, I should have taken on e4. Okay, that's still not bad. Still not bad. Rook h4. Oh no, I should have played rook h4 right away. What difference would it make? What if he played bishop f3? Bishop h3. Okay, so maybe that still works here. Bishop f3. Bishop. Okay, what if I played bishop h3, rook f2, queen g5, king h1? Just, okay, that's a lot of pressure on him, guys. There is no checkmate coming, but what if, okay, he makes a random move like this. I'll just bring more pieces here, here, and okay, I'm the one who dominates the possession. I completely missed it, and instead I played bishop g4 because I thought if we trades, that's gonna be better for me and this pawn will be hanging. But g5, king h1, here, rook f4, okay, yeah, queen g2, just play king g7. I missed, that was a blunder, I really missed. I saw queen e2, but for some reason I thought knight g3 would be a discovered attack, but the knight on c3 is protecting this queen, so it doesn't work. So that means I completely failed. I blundered my knight, and this was already an unpleasant position, but luckily he had like 5 seconds on his clock, so I managed to get into this. And honestly, I just took every single pawn. That means I'm the one who has bigger chances of winning because he can checkmate with one knight. But I did something terribly wrong, I guess, because his knight came closer. Do you know how to win this type of situation, guys? It never happened to me, but apparently it says, okay, it's gonna get equal at some point because the knight could get, I mean, killed. It can sacrifice itself to stop me from doing anything. But okay, that was a nice game. That was a nice game with some beautiful ideas that I actually forgot that I wanted to explain my thought process first. Apologies. I wanted to see the evaluation right away. But hopefully let me know, guys, if you think that I'm explaining my thoughts clearly or you'd like me to explain it in more details, or I don't know, you don't want me to talk at all or you want me to talk more. I'm just curious. I'm very excited to read your comments and to improve the content to make it as instructive as possible. So please, if you do have some recommendations, some questions, don't hesitate to ask. Honestly, I'll be happy to reply. Okay, so we have just 2 more games and I hope everything's working perfectly so we can continue. Okay, so this time I'm white and my opponents are lower rated than me today. So if I lose more points. Then I gain when I win. I like his profile picture. Okay. I'm gonna go here. Okay, let's take. I don't think I've tested this sort of variation, but I want to. I want to go here. Okay. I'm sure I'm gonna be alright over here. This happened to me last time I played, and I just needed to continue developing pieces. I remember that I messed up by pushing b5, so this time I'm gonna take better care of my pieces. Let's start with... Okay, actually let's start with this bishop. Maybe that's not the best idea, but I just want to develop. Development comes first. What do you do with trading like that? I mean, now I have 2 bishops. I want to take with the f pawn to attack on the g file so badly, but I know it's not gonna work in this type of situation. So here I go. Are you trying to trade everything possible? I don't like it. I mean, come on. So if I take this, you take here, take. This will be... Actually, let's go for this. Let's go for this. Yep. That's a bishop versus a knight, but he has more pawn weaknesses for me to target. So hopefully I can punish him for being so keen to trade pieces. This is a weakness, this is a weakness. So it's mostly about a middle game at this point, or even an end game though. But I think I have a clearer plan. Unless he wants to try to, I don't know, force a draw because I'm higher rated than him. But this is a bad thing, guys. Do not you ever force a draw just because your opponent has higher elo. It means nothing. I could play terribly. Just remember. Hold on, I just realized I missed something. I had a good move over here and I missed it. Okay. Now let's bring my knight closer. If only I could place my knight there though. Okay, it is possible. It's gonna take a while, but it's possible. Am I gonna react to that? Or I don't have to? I don't have to, okay. Alright. That created a weakness for me. What does it mean? Which pawn should I take? Okay, he wants me to take this pawn to do this. I'm gonna take this pawn. That was fast. I thought, okay, oh, he had a, okay, I got lucky. He could have taken the pawn first and then taken the rook, but he did it in a different move order, and now I'm just up a pawn. I got very lucky. Now my king is gonna come closer. Oh, you're gonna do this? I see what you're trying to do. So, what am I gonna do about it? I'll do this. Then this. I want to block the bishop for the rest of its life. Let's do this. I have a very, very pleasant position to play. Extremely pleasant. Am I going to... Maybe I should just trade, guys. Okay. It's actually hard to decide. If he brings it closer. Okay, let's go for it. Maybe I'm risking my entire life on making this trade, but I think it's gonna work. I have 3 pawns versus 1 on this side, and I don't think he can defend this pawn very well. So I'm gonna do this. Now I'm gonna do that. Why did I not think that he could... Hold on. I'm gonna do this, okay. That was my miss. That was a free pawn. Thank you very much. I'll go back. Okay, that pawn wasn't a good one anyway. Sorry, the pawn. I'm gonna go here. Yeah, okay, that was a mistake. I have 2 more pawns, okay. I like the way this game goes, guys. It's nice. Okay, let's take this one first. Alright. You're right. I shouldn't do that. I started panicking. Okay. Just got lucky. I messed up so badly, guys. So badly in this game. Oh my god. But okay, at least I won it. So let's talk. Let's see what we had here. So if you have seen my previous episodes, this position happened to me with the bishop being on f5. So I thought that would be a nice thing to try, because last time I kind of forced the events, but this time I decided to just develop, and I thought that would be nice. So that's what we got. Yes, I didn't have to castle though. The king would be better in the center. That's true. I shouldn't have castled. But I castled, and after f6 I did this. I thought maybe I could go b5 right away, because this is a weakness. But apparently I'm just gonna help him activate his pieces, which is no good. So I'm glad I didn't play b5. I just improved, maneuvered my knight. And here I could have taken this one. It says that would be okay if he plays bishop b6 and takes here. There is no danger. I'll just bring my king closer. That would be a weakness, which makes total sense. But for some reason, I took this pawn and we traded. And I thought he could. Oh, he couldn't. That's my bad. I thought he could take bishop e3. But after that, I mean, it's a check. So bishop e3 is illegal. He has to take. And now I'm just up a pawn. He wants to go here. So I played knight g2 and c4, trying to block this bad bishop that was annoying me. And now I wasn't sure if I should play c6, because I didn't want to open the bishop, but it couldn't go here anyway. So I should have just kept pushing. Instead, I traded, and okay, I lost my entire advantage, guys. That was easier to win this position like this. And let's say he plays king f7, I give a check, and then what do I do here? And oh, okay, I just blocked the rook from defending the pawn. That makes total sense to me now. That means I just get the pawn for free, which was wise. But I thought I was gonna win anyway. For some reason I thought I was gonna attack the pawn, and the pawn couldn't go anywhere. In my mind, I don't know why I thought it couldn't move, like, or knight b5, and that means I just get the pawn. But it could go a6, which is still good for me though. I could take here. I just didn't want him to be active on this side, but I could take here. I don't know, what if this happens? I don't know, like this. It says I'm completely winning. Yes, this pawn is going, and I can't, I mean, they can't stop it. Okay, just intuitively, I didn't think that was a good idea to go here. So I just brought my king closer and I took, and then we had this moment, and then this happened, which helped me by a lot. But then I don't know, why did I not take this right away? I was losing the pawn. I just wasted the tempo. But okay. So I was hoping I could somehow push this pawns and this pawn at the same time. But maybe I was wrong because I couldn't find a way to do that. So we went into this position, 2 pawns and a knight versus a bishop. I do this, and my entire idea was to make him take, and after that knight e4, but maybe I did something. Okay, nothing was wrong. Check this out. This is just too beautiful to be true. Here I could have played knight e4, like saying take me, and if he does, this pawn goes forward, and that means the bishop cannot control 2 pawns at the same time, and the king is behind. So let's say push and a promote, and if he does this, I'll just push any of the pawns, like saying okay, take me, and I push this one. That was so beautiful. And okay, I'm so sad I missed it, but luckily I was gonna promote anyway. There is nothing he can do. I mean, again, I should have just played knight e4 this moment. I'm not sure if I would have found it, to be honest. Maybe I would. That would be so beautiful, but I was lucky he took, and knight e4 was the end. Okay, that was a beautiful game. That something that I want to say is, in my previous games, in my previous challenges, I was kind of rushing and forcing some events to happen, and now I focus mostly on developing my pieces and improving my position, along with finding a weakness to attack. So hopefully that will be good for me. So hopefully I wouldn't rush anymore, and okay, I will focus on playing positionally. Let's play one more game. As I promised, 4 games, I played 3, and now finally my opponent has more points than me. So I'm gonna start with this move again. Okay, since it happened this way. Alright, what are you gonna do? Okay, that's an interesting state of events. I didn't expect you to make this move. But I guess you're gonna castle short side anyway. So let's go. Okay, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna take with the pawn to place my knight on d4 afterwards. Can you see me, guys? I think something happened to my camera. Okay, it's back. So can I play 94 right away? I think I should be able to, but it depends on what he will do. Okay, let's go. Okay, maybe that would be a huge weakness, but I don't think so. Oh wow, that was unexpected. If I go here, I'm gonna get double attacked. So I'm just Okay, let's try. I'm gonna rely on my tactical skills just because I just finished solving my puzzles and I feel very confident. Okay, he's not gonna test my skills. I'm gonna explain to you what I had in mind after the game. That was beautiful, but unfortunately, he didn't let me show it to you. So we're equal, but I have two bishops. Where is he gonna go with the knight if I attack him? Like this. Is he gonna go back? We'll see. Okay. I'm glad that my opponent's taking some time to think. Let me know, guys, if you can hear me well. If everything's okay working. He made a move. I'm going to go here. That's smart. So my queen's not protected. That means, okay. Here. Am I gonna get out of there alive? I don't know, guys. That's a hard choice. Let's try this, okay? Maybe I'm risking everything. Oh my god, I see why it doesn't work. Why didn't I see it before when I was making a move? Okay. Yes, this knight is gonna be a killer knight on d6. I'd better even give my rook away for the knight. Otherwise, that would be too devastating. Okay. Okay, 6. Oh my god. I just realized something I could have done, and this is so sad. I mean, I still have a wonderful possession, but oh my god, I missed something. Why do I always see it after I make a move? Oh, oh, no. Course. Mm, that was a misclick. Not that it has any difference, but this is just too devastating, guys. Let me show to you what I missed. Let me show you what I missed. So here I could have played bishop d4, and I thought after rook e3 I would just take, but I can take this rook. I missed it. I saw bishop d4, but for some reason I took on a1. So if I played bishop d4 after rook e3, I would have just taken this rook for free and I would have won the game. But here I'm still better and I don't know what went wrong. I just started blundering all of a sudden and we got into this position and still, okay, taking wasn't a mistake. I should have played queen d3 like cold-headed, and this is already not that easy when your king is being attacked. But okay, so here we go. Still a draw. Oh my god. Here, still a draw. Still a draw. Okay, that was a mistake. Just play rook d6, attack back. Attack back. He's not gonna win. Instead, I moved my king, and that was absolutely... Okay, still a draw. Still a draw. What did I do wrong? King d7? King d7 and just stick around? Okay, so that if he checks, I'm gonna attack. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense, and the king can come closer. So let's say this happens, and I don't know, he does this. I go here. He has to go here to not lose the pawn. And if he pushes, I could just make the king go away. The king's not coming closer. And even if it does... Okay, this is a rook pawn. He's gonna have a lot of problems. I'll try to promote, maybe like this, closer to him and promote. Okay, that was a possibility, guys. I absolutely missed it. And this is very sad because I started panicking. What did I do? I started panicking. And here I already lose. I should have put my king here to defend the pawn. What about the beginning of the game though? What do we have here? That was an equal fight in my opinion. And then this happened. This happened. This. I was hoping that if he takes, I was gonna do this. And after that, I was gonna do this and, you know, have some compensation over having the pieces this way, but maybe I was wrong. Anyway, it didn't happen. He played this and this and this and this. Okay, here I missed the thing and you saw the rest. So either way, guys, at the end I have 23-34, so I just got 4 points. 3 of my opponents were lower rated than me, and the last one was higher rated than me. So I think it's fair. All of the games were good. I got 2.5 out of 4, and I practically had winning positions in every single game. But I would think of it as of an improvement, honestly, because I didn't really rush. I felt more tactically confident, so I'm gonna keep doing the puzzle thing every every time I'm about to start the challenge, because I did feel more confident in my moves, to be honest. And at the same time, I felt like most of the positions were end games, and some of them, I mean, maybe I should work more, I should practice more end games, because in my recent challenges it didn't really happen. I rushed, and the game, when the end games happened, I usually had something terrible on the board already. But this time it was even either equal or I had a better chance to win. So I was very happy about the way it went today. I'm just so upset that I saw bishop d4, but for some reason I missed I could take this rook on a1. I don't know what happened to me, but maybe next time it will be better. It already shows that, I mean, I feel more confident about the way I played today. And let me know what you think. What was your favorite game? And maybe you learned something from this challenge as well. Okay, let me know and ask any questions. Feel free to do that, and don't forget to subscribe the channel. Once we reach 500 subs, we're gonna make some tournaments together. So let's do it, and I see you soon. Hopefully, once again, that was interesting.